doves in the wind. Pussy like doves in the wind.
Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Kayla Stacks back at it again with another video. And today, as you can tell by the title, today we're doing a girl talk video. Basically, this video has been long overdue. Somebody asked me to do this video like back in November-ish. So yeah, basically I just have a few topics that we're gonna talk about today. So yeah, I'm gonna do my makeup while we're doing it because I have other videos to film today. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. Okay, so starting off, I wanted to talk about friendships because, baby, for a really long time, like, I have been struggling with friendships, and I get in these friendships that are not, what's the word for it? You know, reciprocal. Is that the word? Yeah. I always, like, my entire life, I found myself like in friendships where it's one-sided. It's always take, and never give and take. And when I started noticing that, I was like, I can't keep going through this. Honestly, I just can't. You know, you find yourself in situations where people start to abuse, you know, what you do for them and kind of take advantage of that. And you have to learn that that's not okay. And for the past year, has it been a year? Just about. I have just been rocking alone, basically. You know, that gets really lonely, but it's like, I had to learn that friendships are everything, and you have to learn how to be alone before you could, you know, involve yourself with anybody else. You can't expect, you know, other people to fulfill your happiness. You know, that comes from within. And I felt like when I first stopped hanging out with people and stopped being close with people, I didn't understand that fully. Like, I felt like I wasn't going to be happy unless I had people around me. And that's just simply not the case, like, at all. You know, I've learned to be so happy and content by myself. And, you know, it takes a lot of time for that to happen. Let me just put that out there. It takes a while. But yeah, like, now that I'm starting to find genuine friendships and, like, friendships I could see me having a future with, I had to look for people who were like-minded. You know, I don't want to be around people who, like, you know, wouldn't be anything like me. You know, I want people who think like me, have the same mindset as me, kind of have goals and, you know, plans. I don't want no bum for a friend. It sounds mean, but it's true. I don't want no bum for a friend. That's just what it is. And I'm not saying the people that I know are bums. It's just, you know, some people are just not your cup of tea, you know? And it's not beef. It's not, you know, I don't hate them. It's just some people are not your cup of tea. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. And a lot of people don't understand that either. Like, you just don't gotta rock with everybody. It's never that deep, I promise. So, basically what I was saying is, now that I'm starting to find friendships, I know what I look for in people. You know, I look for genuine people, real people, fun people. Like, I try and find characteristics that I would want people to find in me as a friend. So, like, loyalty, I try and find that in other people. So when it's time for me to find friends, you know, they're already like me. I've already found somebody, you know, I would feel comfortable with, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. To losing friendships, sometimes you just can't take that to the heart. I don't want to say I lost my best friend, but I guess we, like, fell off, or I don't know. She got a new best friend. I don't know what happened, honestly. And it's like, you know, we don't talk, but I still wish her the best, and, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, people come and go out your life all the time. It's like, and I really had to learn how to accept that, because for a long time, I didn't want to accept the fact that people were not going to be in my life anymore. You know, especially when somebody's been in your life for years. You don't want to accept the fact that they're not going to be there anymore. You know, that's a really hard concept to grasp. In reality, it just is. So basically, friendships come and go. Your genuine friendships, when they do come into your life, they're gonna stay for the long run. You know what I'm saying? Like, real friendships, they don't end. They come back. They're loyal. They're real, authentic, all of that. So it's like, I'm not worried about it because God places the right people in your life. That alone is something I have learned as well. Like, God moves people in and out your life accordingly. Like, I know for a fact that I'm stepping into a new chapter of my life, basically. And it's okay that some people can't go with you where you're about to go. That's okay. Like, that's perfectly normal, perfectly fine. And I did not want to accept that. But now I have, and I'm ready to accept the new people that are going to come in my life. You know, God doesn't take away without replacing with something better. He's just not going to do that to you. So I had to, trust him and let the time that I had alone without friends and friendships and companionships be a time for me to grow as a person. And, it's not something I wanted, but it's something I needed. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. Okay, so the next topic we're going to be talking about is setting goals. So for a really long time, I struggled with like setting goals and going after them. I mean, I've always been like a planner type person. Not like a physical planner, but like plan stuff. You get what I'm saying. I have to plan stuff out just because I get anxious really fast. And if I don't have a plan, I'm going to overthink it and da-da-da-da. You know what I'm talking about. So basically what I recommend doing, just me personally, I write things down. And y'all know this. I would get a journal, a notebook, a planner, whatever you prefer to use, and write down the things that you want for yourself or your future self, or just things that you want to do. Make lists, create plans, and write down your dreams, things you see yourself doing, like everything. Whatever comes to your mind, write it down. And what I recommend doing is write down smaller steps to make that big step like come true. Like, say you want to start a business. You write that big goal down, and then you're going to break down each thing you need to do. Basically, you're going to write down what you want your business to be. First, you're going to write down what you want your business to be. Then you're going to write down what you need to do to get it started, the items you need, and what you need to launch it or, make it real. Basically, after you do that, you have a whole plan. Now, all you have to do is do it. It's like 10 times easier once you have each step planned out because, you can kind of go in accordance, if that makes sense. You can go step by step, what you need to do, how you need to do it, when you need to do it. It just makes things so much easier, and it's like a flow. Everything flows. And I just recommend writing stuff down. You know what I'm saying? Besides setting goals, a lot of people find trouble with actually finding things that interest them. And that's completely normal too. Like, not everybody is gonna know exactly what they want to do. That's completely normal. Like, you're not gonna have it all together all the time. That's just the reality of it. Like, when you sit down and think about what you want for yourself, think about the things that you like. Think about the things that you see yourself doing, and all of, stuff that's just gonna put you where you want to be in life. And kind of go from there. Like, if you like helping people, think about being a nurse, or think about being a counselor, or something along the lines of helping somebody. If you like solving problems, be an investigator, be a detective, find something that aligns with things that you like and you want to do, and then kind of set goals around it. And then, just as much as setting goals, like I said earlier, you have to pace yourself. Like, find out step by step what you need to do for the thing that you want to do. Do you need to go to college? Do you need to get a certificate? Do you break down exactly what you need to do? I mean, it's way easier said than done, But like once you do those first few steps and you know what you need to do to get what you want to get done. Wait. Once you take the steps necessary to get what you need to get done, everything flows from there, basically. So just go ahead and take those steps, you know, and don't be afraid. Like for a long time, whether it was like YouTube, a business idea, school, whatever it was, for a long time I would get like nervous to do anything because I would always be worried about what other people would think. Like, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna think? What if I don't get the support? What? It was always like what ifs. Like, girl, go do what you want. Because at the end of the day, your success is all that's gonna matter. And that's just what it is. Like, nobody can be successful for you. Whatever you want to do, can't nobody else do that for you but you. All you need to do is take the necessary steps and do what you want to do. Like, nobody else's opinion matters. Like, they're not gonna pay your bills. They're not gonna fulfill your happiness. They can't do that. So, you know, none of that matters in reality. Only thing that matters is what you want to do. And let me be honest, I have to tell myself that all the time. Like, I want to do a YouTube video, and I'm like, well, what if people don't like that? There's always going to be somebody that likes what you do. Always. There's always going to be somebody supporting you. There's always going to be somebody there watching you. So whenever you doubt yourself and think you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It can be done. I don't care what it is. It can be done. So next time you think about doing something, just do it. And going back to the friendship topic, you need to have people around you that support you. You know, I don't want nobody in my circle that's like, no, you can't do that. What about this? What about that? Like, are you supporting me or not? You know, those are the type of people I need in my life. I don't want nobody that's gonna question my ability. Like, those are not the type of people you need, ever. Ever. You only need supportive people, people that think like you, can grind like you, can build like you. You don't need no weak person. I'm not saying that people like that are weak, but I'm just saying, like, when you're strong and you're capable of things, you don't need nobody that's gonna bring you down. Yeah, around here we only accept people that build us up. Okay? That's the only way to go. Yeah, we're gonna talk about jealousy. Okay, so I was just getting these bad vibes from this girl. And I don't know what her issue with me is. You know, like, I'm like the sweetest person ever. So I'm just confused. And her friend comes to me and was like, what should this do me off to? Like, you her friend, but telling me about her. Like, okay. The loyalty is not there. The girl was just like, she just feels some type of way about you. She can't, you know, she's not able to compete with you. My first thought is, I'm not in competition with nobody. So there's no need for her to feel like she has to compete with me, ever. You know what I'm saying? That's just not what it is. I don't ever compete with anybody. Like, there's nobody on this earth like me, and there never will be. And just like the person watching this video, there's nobody in this world that's ever gonna be like you. I can't be you, you can't be me. So there's never a point in competing. Like, the competition is simply not there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different purpose. Everybody's here for a different reason. Like, there is no reason for us to ever be competing. Especially as women. Really? 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 I just feel like each of us has our own purpose. We're each our own individual. So there's never a reason for us to compete with each other or have an issue with each other. You know, I'm not the bragging kind of person. Like, I don't ever feel the need to show off anything. If I do, like, it's to be an example. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's from a genuine place. It's never, oh, I got this or I got it like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people will see things that you get or do, and they'll just be so caught up in the fact that they can't do that. And it just comes from like a jealous place. And what I've really learned these past few months is people will be jealous of who you are as a person, not even what you have. Like, people get jealous of your spirits, the way you carry yourself, the way other people love you. Like, I'm telling you, there's so much that goes into it. Some people just don't want to see you happy. And I feel like that stems from them not being happy. A lot of the times, I feel like people's hate comes from self-hate. Like, when they hate on you, it's because they can't do what you do or be like you. And it's like, it's not meant to be that way. You're supposed to be you. You're supposed to act like you and walk and talk. Like, everything. I don't know, y'all. It's people's reflection of how they feel about you, especially in a bad way, it's coming from self-hate. You know, they can't fulfill what they want to fulfill. I mean, that's not your fault. They want to hate you, that's fine. That's fine. Let them. Keep doing you. People gonna hate you and talk about you and be rude and all of that just because. There's nothing you can do about it. That's fine. Let them. Alright, so this last topic I want to talk about is relationships. So recently, I got into a relationship. Basically, when it comes to relationships and like boys, I just feel like don't do it until you feel like you found somebody really genuine and you know their intentions and you feel like you can really grow with this person. Don't involve yourself. And you gotta really learn a person. Like, you gotta see them when they're angry and mad and sad, and just, you gotta really know a person before you can love them, because, you know, they could switch one day. Like, a flip can switch inside of them and it'd be like a person you never knew. And you're sitting there wondering what's going on. It's like you didn't really know them for real. Like you thought you did. You know, that happens with a lot of people. You know, when we get into relationships and friendships and just acquaint ourselves with people, we sometimes see the best in them, and it causes us to lose sight of the red flags. You know, everybody has their little traits and imperfections. And, you know, when you really love somebody and grow to love them, you tend to not care about those things. But when the good starts outweighing the bad and just things aren't the way they should be, you know, it's time to bounce, baby. It's time to go. And I see a lot of girls that are younger than me and sometimes my age, they get caught up in the bare minimum. You know, like a dude holds the door for them and, you know, treats them with respect, and they're like, wow, oh my God. Wow! Baby, he's supposed to do that. I don't know what be going on, but I was always taught that that's what gentlemen do. You know, this generation has made it seem like being respectful is a simp. Like, what? That don't make no sense. At all. Like, when it comes to relationships, you need to get what you deserve. Especially if you can give a lot, you know, then you deserve to get a lot back. Like, if you pour into a relationship and a friendship, you should be able to get that back. Like, there's no reason for you to ever feel like somebody isn't trying with you, especially if you're trying your best. Like, no, that's not what we do. You get what you deserve. And if somebody doesn't meet that standard or fulfill what you fulfill for them, it's time to walk away, because there's always somebody willing to do exactly what you need and want them to do for you. Always. I don't ever accept the bare minimum from anybody. Because I know what I deserve, you know? Whatever I require, I can give back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to have these outrageous expectations of somebody and not be able to reciprocate it. That's just not what I do. And a lot of people don't understand that. And I feel like that's where a lot of young girls mess up at. And it can go both ways. Let me just put that out there. You know, some girls feel like they don't have to do anything in a relationship because I'm the girl. Look at me. Like, I'm pretty. That's it. No. You have to bring something to the table. That's just what it is. You can't be a bum. If the man can't be a bum, you can't be a bum. Come on now. It's about reciprocity, honestly. Sorry, I listen to a lot of them right here. You know, you can't expect something of somebody and not be able to pour it back into them. It never works out. I'm telling you, there has to be a balance in relationships like that. And back to what I was saying earlier, you know, at this time, there's a lot of young girls trying to get into relationships. And I'm like, a lot of them don't really love themselves fully. So you can't expect somebody to love you fully, or you can't expect to accept the love that they're giving if you don't even know how to love yourself. You know what I'm saying? You probably won't ever be satisfied. You're not necessarily know what kind of love you need or want. And I had to learn that too. Like, I was trying to get love from everybody else and, you know, have this idea of love in me. You know, I had this idea of love in me, but, you know, all the love I was trying to give out to other people and get back, all I needed to do was give it to myself. You know, you gotta fulfill yourself before anybody else. And that's a really hard lesson. And I believe I talked about that in my last Girl Talk video. You know, you gotta love you. Can't nobody else love you for you. You know? That's all I got to say about the situation. Basically what I'm trying to get at is don't get into a relationship unless you love you, the person has good intentions, and you see a future with them. And don't just, like, I just feel like you should live your life to the fullest, and don't let a relationship be a hindrance to you. Like, yeah, don't do that. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you still gotta live your life. And if somebody feels like you're in a relationship, so you can't do this, can't wear that, you know, they're hindering you from life. Like, you could do what you want, wear what you want. Being in a relationship should not stop that. You know, there should be a mutual understanding about respect and all that. But that shouldn't stop you from doing what you want. That's just what it is. I don't know what. Let me go ahead and get this off my chest. Me personally, I don't like toxic. And for a really long time, I felt like toxic relationships were just funner. You know, being in a healthy one would be just boring. And that's definitely not the case. Healthy relationships are it, baby. I mean, they are it. They're important, actually. You know, I just feel like a lot of people see toxic relationships as a norm these days, like as a normal thing. And I don't think it should be normalized because it causes a lot of internal issues. And, you know, it causes people to think they're not enough, or they have to act a certain way to be loved. And I just don't like that idea at all. So, you know, it's okay to be healthy. Like, it's normal. Yeah. I don't know what y'all got going. But yeah, basically that's really all I had to talk about. Make sure y'all stay tuned for my next few videos. Anyways, make sure y'all like this video, comment, subscribe, and as always, stay blessed.